Hello, hello. It is week 4 already.
Absolutely. Listen, if you've been trolling us, we have been discussing the 7 behaviors, and of course there's meeting more.
But the main 7?
We can say the main 7 that are destructive
Boom.
to a marriage.
Just blows it up.
Absolutely. So we want to continue on our train here because it has left the station, and we're on week 4.
We on week 4, and our topic today is, you might think it's pretty minute, but taking your spouse for granted.
So no one likes to be taken for granted. Everybody likes to feel appreciated. Everybody likes to feel noticed, validated, admired, esteemed. But when we're in a marriage, and you can be in a relationship for numbers of decades, such as us,
Or you could be just newlywed.
and you're newlyweds, and this behavior can take root. But here's the thing: we want to make sure that we are appreciating one another. And if you're not, if your partner, your spouse doesn't know that they are appreciated, I hope to be. You can only answer that. If they don't know that you are grateful for them, that you see them, they're going to feel this, you're taking me for granted, that you just think that I'm going to be here.
And we might be a little old school, you might be saying take it for granted, but also devalue it.
Yeah.
When you devalue your spouse, when you devalue that relationship, and guess what? You devalue, but you also put more value on self.
Yeah.
I'm doing this. I'm paying the bill. I'm doing this. I'm paying the rent. I do all the work and I do all of this. And you start devaluing your spouse and what they have to contribute to the marriage.
Oh, and that's a big one. So for sure, when you believe that you're the one that's doing all of the heavy lifting, and you don't see what your spouse is doing, how they're contributing to the marriage, to the family, it is so easy to see or begin to experience being taken for granted. You know, another way this shows up too is when
you got to get some more dynamite.
Yes, there is more dynamite. Another way we can look out for this is if, you know, certainly devaluing, but if the conversation is always evolving around self.
Oh, well, how do we get into selfishness?
Is
it selfish or did devalue?
That could be
they work hand in
hand
hand.
in hand. If the conversation, the spotlight in the conversation is always about how was your day? You know, what was the highlight of your day? What was the most disappointing thing? And you don't make space for your partner to share what's going on in their world. It could mean in a very subtle way that you are taking your partner's presence for granted, that they will always be here to listen to you, but you don't give them the mutual space. You don't reciprocate.
Yeah, but don't leave the audience hanging. How can we help them not take this spouse for granted?
Yeah, but before we go there, I have one more. Here's another little
Well, you got all the dynamite.
That was something too. We have one more. Another way that you can engage if you're taking your spouse's presence for granted. We can become so familiar and so relaxed around one another.
That familiarity.
Yeah. That it shows up in a way that of our physical appearance, that you no longer care about the way you look, you're no longer concerned about, you know, how you're expressing yourself.
Hey, come on, we empty nesters now. We just, okay, bye.
No pun intended, but here's the thing. We do not want to leave. No. We do not want to
bring bad habits.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. We don't
That's
want to allow bad habits to come into the floor. We're no longer saying excuse me. You're no longer saying pardon me, please, and may I. And may I.
Oh boy, you know a whole other topic, right?
That do not in front of your partner and do not do in front of your partner what you would not do in front of others.
There you go. That's it.
Right?
That's it. That's the dynamite right there.
Yeah, so therefore, say excuse me, say please, say thank you, be mindful of your behavior.
And tell your spouse you love them.
And tell them you love them.
Tell them you love them.
Tell them you love them. Tell them you see them. Tell them you appreciate them.
Tell you I value what you bring to the table. I value what you have in this relationship, and not to minimize it.
Don't minimize and respect it. Let them know, not just by word of mouth, but by your response to the matter that you are reflecting back to them that I see.
Yes, now we are in week 4, but we have some more dynamite to present to you all. So stay tuned with us.
Stay tuned.
What you carry? Whoa. What you carry with it?
I don't have no other than the fact that don't do in front of your spouse what you would do in front of others, and respect your spouse's presence. And remember, what your mother taught you. Please and thank you goes a long way.
That's it. And my takeaway is balance the scale where the value is equal. So it won't be one side over here or one side over there. I'm Marvin.
And I am Lila.
See you all next time. Stay tuned.